believe that.
All right. Welcome to Gen X Rated Saturday edition. How we doing, guys?
Made it to Saturday, so pretty happy about that.
Weekend edition, yes. Gene, it looks very warm there today, huh?
Yeah, it's cooling down rapidly though. So.
Oh, really? You're supposed to get. Go ahead.
Yeah, you go from the 60s to the 40s overnight or by the end of the day today. So it's getting cool, but had a good night the other night. Went and celebrated my brother and his wife's birthday at a restaurant in Dunwoody, a little enclave of Omaha, a restaurant that hires people that have like felonies and stuff, people that can't get regular jobs. It's called Ooda Lolly or some shit from Robin Hood or some song from Robin Hood. But anyway, it was a really good dinner. I had some pork chop from some brand of pig called the Duroc, Duroc.
Okay.
Good shit. It was a good time, but it was really good to see that they were hiring people that can't get hired other places. Excellent service, excellent food, excellent all the way around. There's no reason in the world, if we're gonna hire a felon as fucking president, no reason you shouldn't be fucking hiring these people for regular jobs, because they do great jobs and everybody deserves a second chance except for fucking Trump.
Well, he had 34 chances. It's enough already.
Fair enough.
That fucking guy.
Well, that fucking guy is at it again today, and we won't talk too much about him. I do want to start by reminding people about the blackout on Friday. Hopefully nobody spent any money. I know that there was a lot of talk in my area of changing their schedule and avoiding Friday spending. So I hope somebody feels it this weekend that their numbers were down on Friday, because a lot of people participated. I saw it on a lot of social media, and people were certainly buying into it. To that end, I saw that 25% of people have stopped shopping at some of their favorite shops based on the DEI bullshit, and they're really taking it to heart, which I thought that was a pretty high percentage for consumers to not go to their comfort zone and based solely on politics, which I found very endearing. So this is just a start. We will have other days where we're going to avoid spending at the Walmarts, the Targets, Amazon, etc. Some of the people in that article as well have canceled their Prime, which I haven't had the courage yet. Way to go, Uncle Bill. 2 for 2.
I'll be borrowing yours.
Forget it.
I know. No, I wouldn't do that.
Dumping Meta, which was pretty great. To that end, I mean, we're hearing all this positive stuff, but I just wanted to start off with a couple of things about the housing market. The U.S. pending sales are at a new all-time low. I hear a lot of stuff, again, coming out of Florida. People are selling. Real estate agents have never seen this before, because people generally want to settle in Florida. That's people from Michigan, Canada, anywhere up north. That's not happening, and they're starting to get rid of their property. The pending sales is as low as it's been since 2008.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure we had a housing crisis then.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a great sign. I will also say that when the tariffs were announced yesterday for the EU, that the stock market lost as much value in 1 hour as all the aid that we've given to Ukraine. Keeping in mind that this administration did vote not to support funding for Ukraine. So again, we're part of the axis of evil.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers came out. Doge, I don't think dug this up, but every time Trump golfs, it costs us about $3.3 million. So I hope he's getting better at the sport, because it's costly.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting any better.
I would agree. He's spending more time. Today, we officially, for the first time in our 250-year history, designated English as our official language. That was something we never had to do in the past, because America was considered a melting pot. Speak what you're comfortable with. We'll find a way to bridge the gap in our language barriers, but no more. Okay. And here's something. Americans speak English very poorly. So
yeah.
Good luck figuring that one out.
Yeah.
I could go on here. Gene, I'm not sure how much more you want to hear.
No, I haven't done any news today, so this is fucking fascinating. But
Okay. Well,
you know-
we'll continue with the Trump meme coins. Him and Melania's coins have now lost $12 billion. That's a lot of money.
Does that put him in Haktua territory?
Yeah.
She's free and clear. It's her handler's problems. But the people that invested in Trump's meme coins are kind of fucked. While we're at it, we'll just move on to some of the other funding that we're trying to save money for these billionaires. We're no longer going to fund. And let me put this up. It's a what do you call that, Uncle Bill?
Iron lung.
Iron lung.
And you can put multiple people in. So that seemed like a cost-saving device. We're terminating funding for polio, HIV, malaria, and nutritional programs around the world.
Dude, I didn't know you were doing a comedy routine today. You're killing me. What the fuck, dude? Okay, George Carlin, what's next? Holy
Look,
fuck.
talking heads.
Well,
Shit, dude.
Uncle Bill, you can appreciate this because it's a UNICEF thing. I know your neighbor took your UNICEF box.
Thanks, PJ.
When you were a kid. $131 million grant to UNICEF for polio and immunizations. We will do no more.
Well, we're not doing polio immunizations, right?
Yes.
Well,
No,
you better fund those iron lungs then, because you're going to need them.
well, you might for sure. Let's see. Measles have really taken off in Texas. I want to say they're up to 146 cases now of measles in Texas. They have 20 people hospitalized. If you notice this kind of pattern anywhere, maybe get some help. Go see someone.
Well, Rob, you have to understand, as HH Secretary, there's measles every single year. We have outbreaks in places of measles. So this is nothing new. All right, continue.
That's pretty good. I like that, Gino.
Yeah.
And also the CDC staff was told that they can no longer be a co-author with any articles.
Hey, it's Mitch McConnell. What the fuck? Mitch, you still fucking owe March of Dimes a thank you, you ungrateful bastard.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. It's a comedy show today. Holy shit.
I was only going to say that we can no longer work with the World Health Organization. I'm going to wrap this up fairly quickly. But I will say that the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Agency, they're cutting jobs twofold. These look like military people, but they're actually part of the oceanic class. You do go through studying. You're not just a weatherman in front of a blue screen. You give some, you're educated. You learn weather patterns. It's kind of like, trying to find the flu vaccine and stuff year to year. I mean,
Is this where Ron Hubbard got the idea for the uniforms for the people that served him on his fucking yacht? They look exactly the same. The Scientologist fucking, that's really weird. But, oh my God.
So 600 workers have been laid off. They're going to do it twofold where they're going to cut 600, then cut another 800. It's mainly coming out of the National Weather Services and the hurricane centers. So I know that, we get into hurricane season, we're going to be a lot less prepared. So again, as we said, maybe take it to your local community and try and help one another because I think eventually they want to get to charging for weather, make it more of a service. And again, I find that somewhat offensive. You can see we've had some crazy weather, and I know that everybody's seen Twister and Twisters. These are not fake. I've driven through some of this stuff coming back from Ohio through the Midwest. It's pretty terrifying, and I don't know shit about weather. So
they're gonna have to rewrite the movie fucking Red Dawn, and it's gonna be fucking our young people pissed at us.
Yeah.
And rightfully
shit,
so,
dude. Oh my God, this is fucking terrible. They are destroying government, and it's going to be so hard to build government back after they've destroyed it so fucking thoroughly.
Well, we're going to lose. It's brain drain. We're going to lose a lot of the best minds. They're going to leave.
Well, it's funny you say that because China and Russia are reaching out to our disgruntled federal agency personnel that have been fired. might be a good time to bring in our brain trust to an adversary. I don't know. Seems like a bad idea, but
it's a terrible idea, and I don't even consider China an adversary. There's enough room in the fucking world to go
Agreed.
around. We can just be competitors, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Have to be adversarial all the fucking time, for fuck's sake. That was the problem Democrats made with Putin. Everything was like goddamn like Cold War fucking Putin. Could we just find a fucking way to? This motherfucker wants to make money for himself and his fucking oligarchs too. Can we just fucking find a way to not antagonize him constantly by saying we're putting so and so in NATO, we're putting so and so in NATO, we're putting Poland in NATO, we're putting Ukraine in NATO, we're gonna do this, we're gonna fucking surround Russia with fucking NATO. Nobody fucking talks about that, and Putin's a piece of shit, dude. But fucking, you think some fucking oligarch, fucking the richest man in the world, is just gonna let you surround his country with fucking NATO and not say anything about it? We could have done a fucking smarter job as Democrats, and we've been fucking that shit up for the last 32 years, fucking too. So no wonder the Republicans are all on board with these dumb motherfuckers, because Democrats fuck shit up too. Not to shit on Democrats, but I'm just saying,
you're right.
We've all fucking made mistakes. You give Republicans an inch, they're going to take a fucking mile. And Democrats just keep giving them fucking valleys of fucking whatever. They're fucking idiots, dude. They're idiots.
Absolutely correct. Gene, you pointed out just to circle and finish on the AAOC, or the National Weather Service, along with the oceanic and atmospheric. It literally cost $3 a year in tax money. I've seen it as high as $4, but
Whoa.
Again, to me, the whole point is to get it to a monetary where we can charge.
Don't worry, MAGA are immune from drowning. They're immune from tornadoes. That's not going to hurt any of you guys. Fucking when the apocalypse comes, you don't need all the information, because God is going to protect you, and Trump is going to.
God's got a plan for you.
Not Trump. FEMA's not coming. We still have yet to mention the 20 lives lost in the Kentucky flooding. We don't talk about that. They're kind of wondering if FEMA's coming, but it's not happening.
That's insane. That makes no sense to me.
It's un-American, for one.
Well, it is. And again, these are funds that have been appropriated.
You literally don't have any idea the Kentucky flooding numbers? Like, no clue?
As far as deaths?
Yeah.
I know 20 people have died.
Okay.
I know that Trump has not mentioned it once in all his Gulf outings.
Trump
Maybe
doesn't
this
care.
weekend he'll get to it.
When are these people going to realize it? Maybe they are realizing now. Trump does not give a shit about you. Trump does not care
about someone with a Democratic governor either. I mean,
that's true.
Or just anybody, dude. He got your vote. That's all he wanted. Everything with Trump is transactional. What can you do for Trump? Once he got your vote, he does not give a shit.
Sure. You're absolutely right.
He doesn't go to jail. Michael Cohen goes to jail. They still haven't understand this game. Like, at some point, some of these Trump motherfuckers are probably going to end up in fucking prison, because they have no fucking stop button. As far as I can see, they're going to do terrible things.
They're doing terrible things.
Trump may be fucking pulling people off the street soon to fucking padiddle them. I don't fucking know. But if they do, there's no guardrails to stop. Who's going to stop them? Is the state police going to stop them? You're going to stop Trump's kids from doing something fucking awful? I'm telling you, man, we're getting to that fucking point where Saddam fucking Trump is just going to fucking, his minions are going to do whatever, but the payback's going to be, you saw what happened to fucking Saddam's ass and his kids' ass.
Right.
I'm just saying, you guys, Saddam paid the price, but everybody around him paid the price. You minions, the minions always pay the price, and fucking this shit never wins out. You guys do your fucking damage, we fight back, and my God, America's got to have a shorter fuse than anybody else, because we're so fucking pampered. We get all the fucking energy and shit. I mean, once this shit hits the fan, I mean, at what point? I don't know. I don't know. I guess they're enjoying owning us now. But guess what, guys? The three of us can afford our fucking eggs, and we're not on fucking Medicaid. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't even like eggs.
Hey,
and
knock on wood.
Trump's voters are. So, as Steve Bannon said, you're literally harming your own fucking voters. So roll with it, man. Harm them. I don't give a fuck. I mean,
and you sent over the fact that consumer spending was cut more drastically than any time in the last 4 years, and this is in 4 weeks, or let's just call it 5 weeks. Trump's doing a real bang up
that
job.
starts to affect the bottom lines. Corporations don't like that. Shareholders don't like that.
Did you say the stock market's tanking today? Did you say that, or did I see the news?
Well, yesterday the stock market tanked based on as soon as he mentioned the EU tariffs, it dropped
Yeah, my 401k, once again, every time a fucking Republican gets in office, my 401k gets jamming with Democrats. Not that Democrats are perfect, but my 401k has never had a fucking problem with a Democratic president in the last
I don't even look at it anymore.
30 fucking years. Every time a Republican from Bush on that gets fucking elected, it's like kaboom. It's just fucking hammered. I don't know, but you owned me. You own the fucking libs because we want fucking universal health care. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's
dummies.
It's annoying. I don't look at it either, Bill, but I know I'm going to get fucking played when a Republican's in office.
Oh, yeah. Count your fingers after you shake hands with them.
For fuck's sake.
Well, I do feel like people are feeling it quicker than expected. So it's one of those things where consumer confidence is way down. The stock market's a teetering thing. Depends who you're friendly with, I guess, whether it's going to last or not. And then we come to Zelensky came in today to the White House. He's in the Oval Office. What?
Yesterday.
That was yesterday? Oh, yesterday. My bad. And you have J.D. Vance and Trump lecturing this guy. You also had a Fox reporter who I believe is allegedly, no, maybe even not, sleeping with Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think it's a known fact, Brian Glenn, asking this man if he owns a suit or if he wears a suit. I find it all very offensive. I don't think you should lecture a man whose country is under duress from Russia. They're literally at war. And you're telling him, hey, you should thank us. You need to thank us. How come you're not thanking us? I don't know why. First of all, he did thank them. He's been thanking them since day one. But also, I feel like these guys voted against aid to Ukraine. Why does he have to thank them? Maybe he should be thanking the Europeans who are actually supporting them.
Well, and again, this is Trump initially wanted half of all their wealth, half of your resources, half of your minerals. Yeah. And it's like those protection rackets. Oh, you got a pretty nice store here. You're going to pay me half of everything every month or something might happen to it.
I know, right? It's like
exactly that. And dude, he's such a fake ass tough guy. He really is. Him and Vance. Zelensky would take these guys into a back alley and fucking beat them into a fine paste. This is a guy who had the option when this war started. He could have taken his cash and gotten the fuck out. He said, no, the only thing I need is ammunition. I need to fight. And dude, he's stuck in there. This guy is not intimidated by these two idiots.
He's not a dictator. He was elected by his people. And he asked J.D. Vance a simple question. Have you been to Ukraine? Oh, I've seen photos. I've seen videos. I see.
Yeah.
The answer is no. You haven't been.
I'm embarrassed that JD's from Ohio. I'm super embarrassed that guy was picked by Peter Thiel, fucking the little Nazi-loving, saluting high schooler to be my senator and then be picked for vice president and be financed the way he was. He's such
unbelievable, dude.
Couch fucking
unbelievable.
He's so embarrassing.
Dude,
so beta.
I just at some point this coalition has to crack. You're already seeing it. I mean, the tech bros, Bannon hates the tech bros.
He does.
Half of MAGA hates the tech bros.
Poker, he hates them. Yes.
It's such a fucked up coalition. And, if you go back and look at how the Nazis were run, dude, those guys all hated each other. Their main thing was just currying favor from Hitler. At one point,
how many times did they try to kill Hitler?
Oh, dude, there were a lot of plots against that guy. He had the luck of the devil. But I'm just saying, at one point, Goering was afraid Hitler was going to arrest him and have him executed. They were all at each other's throats. None of them could stand each other. Their whole biggest thing was who could suck up to Hitler more. And you see the same thing.
It's amazing. It really is. I want to see some of these Republican Congress people really stand up. And that would be talking to power in Washington.
Apparently they've been gathering. Some of them have been gathering and complaining about Musk, behind closed doors. But that does no good. Come out and say it. What are you afraid of? You're afraid of death threats, dude. You can have as much security as you want. You're a U.S. representative or a senator. You can have all the security you want. That is not a legit fear.
You're absolutely right. And just to pop this guy back up, when he was asking about the suit, wasn't there a funny looking guy in a hat and sunglasses in the Oval Office? And he was at the cabinet meeting. I mean, maybe asked him where his fucking suit was.
Yeah.
But I guess
stupid hat.
Gene, you got no volume. No volume, Gene.
Sorry, it was super windy. I was trying to protect you guys from
thank you.
fucking enormous winds. My bad. He's got. Now, God, I'm high. I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it. Anyway, let's move on. You fucking fucked me up with the mic. Go
Well,
ahead.
about Musk, and he's not dressed appropriately. All of a sudden, they're going to call out this guy who's literally having bombs dropped on him, and his
I
life's
know what
in
I was saying.
danger.
I was just saying it's just your usual hypocrisy. And if it's not hypocrisy, it will be some form of projection. These guys are just the stereotypical fucking Greek tragedy waiting to fucking happen, bro. It's coming. I just it's how fast do you want to hit rock bottom? We're definitely hitting rock bottom. This
Quickly,
is the worst
please.
president we've had. I said, except who was the worst? Buchanan, apparently, and this guy's the fucking second worst or some shit in the history of America. That is not a good fucking thing when this guy has been already rated the second worst. We've had a lot of presidents. We've had a lot of bad things happen in America. When you're rated the second fucking worst president, how fast are we going to hit rock bottom before we can build this shit back up? Because we still have the resources to build that back up, and we're still fucking America.
For sure.
We're not going anywhere.
And the want is there from the people. It just, we have to be in a better position to be able to make that kind of change. And that is, again, going to take people gathering together to show that we are one force that's going to make some change.
By the way, did you say that the guy that asked that fucking suit question has to actually physically penetrate Marjorie Taylor Greene? Ew.
That's the word.
There's great doubt in my mind anyway
Not
about who's
allegedly,
penetrating who.
Like literally, ew. That's fucking gross.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for that fucking guy. That chick should be working at the fucking hotspot, the day shift.
I
could take my teeth out, Gene.
Here's the delightful couple. I just feel like if you're trying to be funny, it's not great.
Okay.
Again, this is a man whose country is literally being bombed, and you think it's kind of entertaining that he shows up not wearing a suit. It makes no sense to me. Again, here's plenty of pictures of the happy lovers. If that's not making you a little.
Who is this average Joe Schmo, and what the fuck is he ever? I don't even know his fucking name. What the fuck has he ever done that he even thinks he has?
He was on Fox.
The credentials to even ask. He was on Fox because what? He started fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene. I've never seen this guy before in my life.
Well, maybe this will spark a memory, huh? There you go.
Oh,
good stuff.
Look at her on the left-hand side picture. She's like, do I have to do this? Okay, very well. Hold on.
And he's got a sock on one of her 3 toes on her left foot. It's gross. Her toes smell like a Marlboro or a Pall Mall, unfiltered.
Dude, not even Rex Ryan would touch those toes.
Yes, he would. He's a perv.
I don't know, man. I think
he'd
even
see
Rex
those
has
3 toes, and he'd have his fucking Jeff Bezos O face.
I think even sexy Rexy has his limits, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
What is RSBN? Because it must be his new news channel. I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know.
It won't be around after Trump's gone, so who cares?
Really shitty bad news.
Yeah.
Good point. All right. I think he's got enough time, but my point is, very offensive to go after Zelensky on apparel.
Dude looks like a washed-up golf pro.
Yeah.
Very offensive to have to get sloppy seconds on fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene after all those fucking goddamn gurus she went through at her fucking, what is that fucking shit she does?
At her CrossFit box.
Yeah. She banged all the CrossFit gurus apparently at Cross fucking Georgia.
The whole box had that box.
While she was married to Perry.
Whatever happened to Perry?
I don't know, but I feel bad for Perry. I'd like to sit down and have a fucking beer with that guy and see what it was like to be married to her.
I'll bet you Perry's never been happier.
I think you're right.
Sure he went out and got himself a normal chick, someone who wouldn't call all the high school friends when they were throwing a party she wasn't invited to. I mean, remember, that's Marjorie Taylor Greene's MO. She called the cops on people who were throwing a party in high school because she wasn't invited to the party. Yeah. This is the children we're dealing with in government, literally. And then there's Boebert, who's in a class all of her own.
Oh God, yeah.
I swear, Rob should just do an entire in-depth fucking podcast on nothing but Lauren fucking Boebert. I mean,
that would be rough.
Amazing. No, it'd be fucking amazing because this chick's a fucking human train wreck, and she's still she can move districts and get elected. It's incredible how dumbed down America has become
It
in
really
my
is.
adult lifetime since
Yeah.
I've been 21. From 21 to 56, I'm like, holy shit, we got dumb. We
Oh,
got
really
really
did.
dumb.
And we've talked about that. It really started under Reagan, gutting public schools, and people seem to be okay with it. Now we've gone to the extent where we have vouchers for private schools, and we're taking away funding from public schools. So that to me is full circle nuts.
Well, Gene, I remember, and it wasn't that long ago when up in Ohio, they were requesting that they let the private school kids play public school sports. You remember that?
Yeah, that's a thing. I mean,
Dude, you
again,
don't go to the
affected.
school.
It's affected all the fucking sports. You should see the way they gerrymander athletes in Omaha public schools, where these richer schools have cherry picked all the good athletes. It's not just Catholic schools anymore. It's the rich public schools that have gotten all these good athletes and are winning all these state championships now because they've opened up these weird ass rules of open enrollment so they can recruit. And I mean, it's just I like that. I guess I'm old school, Gen X, whatever. You know, you went to the school and you played for the school you went to, and fucking you went to the school district you fucking lived in, and I don't know. It's just a lot different now. It's everything seems to be gamed and rigged to make a few groups of people, the elites, win every fucking time, and everybody else is in a different tier. It's fucked up in sports and life and everything. They just have this fucking tiered caste system we're moving towards, and I don't think Americans are going to go for it. They're definitely not going to fucking like it. You're not going to want to be in the wrong caste, motherfucker. It's miserable.
Yeah. Once you figure it out, like when you look around the table and realize, wait a minute, I'm the untouchable here.
Eventually, that train does come on time, right?
Well, again, I told you guys last podcast that whole joke with Chris Rock saying that one-armed white waiter wouldn't change places with Chris Rock. It's a class war now. I think maybe it's a little different now, where I'm thinking, yeah, dude, it ain't about black and white anymore. They're still telling you it's about black and white, but it's really about rich and fucking poor. So
It's never been about black and white. You go back to the days of the slave patrol when, the wealthy plantation owners would hire these regular guys who were illiterate and, not that smart, had no money, but you know what? You're better than these people.
Yeah,
you hunt them down for us and you're better than that.
That's weird you
up
said
to
that.
LBJ, right?
Yeah, but that's so weird you said that, because I'm drinking beer with my brother this weekend, and the Django's last half hours come. I've never seen the Django Unchained. I've never really seen it.
Love that you said that. Go ahead. And
bits and pieces, and my brother stops in his tracks. He's like, "Stop! Put it on that right now." He's like, "This is the only part of the fucking movie you need to see," and it's literally the part from where Django's chained by Quentin Tarantino and talks his way out of it. Boom, 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 fucking blows him up all the way, and he goes back to the fucking mansion after they buried DiCaprio.
Say goodbye to Miss Mary.
Yeah, that's the thing that made me laugh my ass.
Bye, Miss Mary.
Like, hey, you black people, get away from those white people. He's like, now say goodbye to Miss Mary. And she's like, what? Bye to Miss Mary. Bye, Miss Mary. Boom. And Miss Mary just went fly. Dude, I laughed my ass off. But
I
anyway,
love that movie.
Yeah, that just happened to pop up last night when we were drinking our last few Modelo's, and I was just like, holy shit, this is...
But did you see the tie-in with the Super Bowl halftime show and Samuel Jackson's role and the role he played in Django?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Of course. That's why they're so fucking mad, dude. Once they had it decoded for them, they're even madder.
Yeah.
They were just mad Sam Jackson was wearing the Uncle Sam uniform. Now they're fucking mad about all the fucking meaning behind it. So
Django, you son of a bitch.
Exactly.
That part was awesome too. He had it
awesome. Yeah, he did.
So today is the Friday, Saturday, March 1st. We've come to the end of Black History Month. We've talked about historically black colleges and universities. Gene always makes the point about black women. The quote is that black women and girls have been at the heart of the nation's story since its creation. And I just wanted to share a couple of quick stories. Gene asked the other day about the 16-year-old girl that helped work on the flag. I did a little digging. Her name was Grace Wisher. She had kind of an interesting story in that it was at the time when indentured servants were kind of going away, but if you lost people to the war or you were unable to find work, you could basically intern into a white family, and they would pay you for your kid. This was the Pickersgill, who was commissioned to create a flag. This was after the for the Star Spangled Banner. It was supposed to celebrate the victory of the War of 1812. Because people then, I know we have flags all over the place now, but people were not waving their flag back then. This was going to be a giant undertaking. It was going to take several people. This was the flag that they came up with. This was probably a better illustration of the flag and how many people it took to do it. The flag whole idea was to instill love and loyalty to the Star Spangled Banner, and this flag inspired our actual anthem that was written about for the Star Spangled Banner in 1820. I just thought it was kind of interesting that yes, Black women have had their hands in all of our culture, whether we want to accept that or not, whether we feel like we allowed that or not. It wasn't about allowing. These were champions of the causes. I did want to jump to one other story that I found extremely interesting. Lucy Higgs Nichols was another person that I had heard nothing about. She was in Tennessee as the Emancipation Proclamation in 1862. They might be okay with that or not. I think it was kind of a gray area. Yes, it was announced, but whether that was going to be held to law, it was tough to tell. So she was in Tennessee, and it was underneath the South. She went to another part after she took her daughter, and they went to another part of Tennessee. It was about a 30-mile trek back then, which was pretty impressive. And there they found the Indiana 23rd Infantry, which accepted her in. She was, they write you in as far as the description. She was hugely talented. She had an amazing attitude, and she ended up becoming a big part of that regiment. She went mostly into nursing, but it was one of those things where this is an Indiana group. You're in the South. They weren't necessarily able to find the things they needed. She was able to find herbs and things to help them with their fight. You know, she would be able to find hops that they were able to boil for a sedative for these guys, because they were dying from things that were easily savable, but it was a while ago. So it wasn't like medicine was on the shelf. Wild onions that she could find that would help with scurvy. Even just tarragon that they'd put in their boots to keep them warm. She had so much support from them that when later on in life, first of all, they made her an honorary member for starters, but after her husband was killed and her daughter was killed in the raid at Vicksburg, they actually had a funeral. The 23rd Regiment had a funeral for her daughter, which at the time was pretty unheard of. And then she joined the ranks of Sherman, that took the march to the sea. Now, this was towards the end of the war, but she was one of them, which I have a couple photos because it's not something that you would see every day. I believe she's one of maybe two Black people in this photo. I only really see her, but look at these guys. I mean, accepting of somebody based on their merit, talents. It had nothing to do with skin color. And then in 1898, she fought for the nurses' pension, and this same fraternal order supported her, and she was able to get them money because these people put their money where their mouth was and stayed behind this this creative and courageous woman. And I just think stories like that, whether you are for or against Black History Month, it's at least 30 days where you can get educated on things you might not have ever heard of. And we thought we had a pretty good public school upbringing. And again, stories that I'm not super familiar with, but was shared from a listener. I thought it was a nice deep dive. I could go on, but I won't. But just the principle here is that we're all in this together. Color means nothing. Orange, purple, black, red. It's all about, you know, the content of your character, so to speak.
Well, yeah. Yeah, and we talked about it earlier, man. There was the whole thing about in Europe, color meant nothing. There was no black or white. And
Nobody's
they
calling
just
himself
figured
a
out it was a
white
way to
man.
divide people and keep people down.
Yeah.
And they've
Uh,
been doing it ever since. You know, you
and-
keep us at each other's throats fighting over bullshit while you're picking our pockets.
yeah.
It's true. And I was talking to Bill before when you were doing prep stuff, and you'd walked out of the room, and I was just talking about how history just does 180s. We were talking about I think it was actually Neil deGrasse Tyson where I heard that from, Bill, about the whole Neanderthal thing.
Mhm.
When we were growing up as kids, they used to say Neanderthals were dopey, didn't know how to make tools, kind of cavemanish, and lived in, just dumb, not short
We
yellow
got called a bunch of
short yellow bus
Neanderthals.
motherfuckers. Yeah.
Yeah.
But but anyway, once scientists found out, European scientists, white scientists found out that Neanderthals and humans were fucking like rabbits at a certain period of time. And back, they did a 180 and changed the whole narrative and said Neanderthals were really smart. They were tool makers. They were highly sophisticated, all because they found out these two groups of fucking people, humanoids, were fucking making love. So they had to justify it because they had shit on these Neanderthals who died out, I don't know how many years ago. And so they just assumed they were dumb when they died out. And it probably turns out we probably just genocided their asses.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, well, I can't give you 100% on that, but again, they changed the complete narrative. When we were kids growing up, you'd see cartoons. A Neanderthal was a Neanderthal, a caveman.
Oh yeah.
Knuckle dragger.
And now all of a sudden you look it up. Oh no, they were highly sophisticated. They were making love to us. They were smart. Yeah, blah. It's just, dude. It's whoever fucking wins the wars or whatever writes the history. I guess. Whoever.
Yeah, that is
You're
true.
right.
So and now it's not. It may not be a physical war, but Musk's South African ass, with that South African mentality, is waging a war against all Americans. He doesn't give a fuck about our lifestyle, our culture, how we used to get along. He wasn't here partying with us at the cave-in on nickel beer night at fucking, in 1988. This motherfucker with a fucking fake ID. This motherfucker knows nothing about us. So he has no problem just trying to destroy us because he has this weird ass vision. And again, my mom doesn't think he's autistic at all. He just has
We're
this
gonna
weird
keep an eye on
vision
that.
of what he thinks humanity should be, and he doesn't give a fuck who he has to off to get this vision. He wants a bunch of fucking white people turkey basting a bunch of fucking white chicks and making as many babies as they can and basically fucking all other colors off of the face of the earth, and then he's gonna pick 6 of them and take them all to Mars apparently and fucking live happily ever after, because you ain't gonna take very many, motherfucker. I mean, you ain't taking any in Musk's lifetime, but chances are we ain't ever taking anybody to Mars. So that shit's a pipe dream bullshit, full of shit too. I'm just saying, let's grow the fuck up and give this shit to women and give them a chance before I die. I want to see how they do. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, I totally
That's
agree.
not too much to ask.
Well, and I just wanted to finish the Civil War part. I thought it was very interesting because the numbers don't lie. By the end of the war, there were 179,000 black soldiers in the Union, plus 19,000 in the Navy. That was 10%.
Straps. You see that? Straps, motherfuckers.
yeah.
Black people aren't afraid of guns, motherfuckers.
Mhm.
All right, anyway, go ahead.
And here's some long rifles too. But my point being that that was 10% of the fighting force for the Union. So when you appreciate that you're free as a northerner of any shade, a lot of credit goes to these black soldiers.
Dude, yeah, the Union doesn't win without them. And a lot of people don't know in World War I, there was a battalion of blacks called the Harlem Hellfighters. This is the First World War that scared the shit out of the Germans. And they fought under the French flag because General Blackjack Pershing was a racist that did not want them in his army.
Fucking racist. Think about that shit. But they still wanted to be in the fucking fight. That's what's fucking unbelievable to me.
Dude, and they fought with distinction, man. They scared the fuck out of the Germans.
The others have been otherized for so long, but yet we fought in every fucking war and we've kicked ass and we've proven our fucking worth. And and done it despite fucking all the fucking roadblocks, and it's still like, no, this is our country. We founded this country. Nobody black signed the Constitution. This is 100% our country. We don't want to hear it. We make all the fucking rules and blah blah blah. It's like, it's get over yourselves, man. You ain't ever fucking getting rid of everybody. It ain't ever gonna be fucking, Sweden. I'm sorry to fucking break it to you folks. This is gonna be a multicultural democracy for the rest of your fucking lives. But how bad are you gonna let this class war destroy your fucking wealth, your generational wealth? Because all this is a giant fucking Ocean's 11. This is a jack. This is sophisticated technological jack to steal your money, to take shit away from you. We pay a lot of money in fucking taxes to the federal government, and a few people get to decide what they do with that fucking money. Motherfuckers, if they do the wrong thing with it, recession, poverty, no food, fucking $20 a fucking dozen fucking eggs, and misery. It doesn't matter what color you are. It's going to matter what class you are. Yep. LeBron James isn't going to have a problem feeding his fucking family. Get your shit together and realize what side of the class war you are on, and we will win it sooner than later. Because these guys, again, are going to hit rock bottom. They're all at each other's throats.
We're already on our way. We're looking at the economy to lose 1.5 of the GDP.
That's insane for no reason. For no reason.
Yeah, no reason other than pain and suffering for others. That photo was your
enriching Elon Musk.
Sorry, that was your Harlem Hellfighters, Billy. I thought that was pretty neat. Here they are also on the march. Now that is, like you said, they're under the U.S. flag, obviously. But if you look at this, their little thing, you can see on the right side is French. It was probably safer for them too, frankly.
The Croix de Guerre, the Cross of War, yep.
Dude, they weren't the only blacks. I mean, I bet you a lot of them after the fucking war moved to fucking France. And that's no joke. There's a lot of entertainers, a lot of people with black, a lot of people with talent back in those days just moved to fucking Europe because they were treated well. I'm not saying they were treated perfectly. They were treated far better than they're treated in the fucking country they were born in. And you guys want that talent and brain drain again, it will fucking happen because people can only take so much shit, J.D. Vance is the next president. You ain't gonna see me living in America. I fucking promise you that. No way am I gonna let that couch fucker be my president.
Oh my God, no
fucking way. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm on. Bill and I will be living in the dog houses of Costa Rica, baby. Teaching fucking incels how to date.
This photo is from World War I. You can see it's trench warfare. The part that I found interesting was I can see
those are French helmets.
Several black men with white men fighting side by side.
Because they're French. They're not Americans.
Well, dude, and they brought, they brought people from all over the British Empire to fight, right? So you had people of color from all over, from India, from Africa, from Asia. They came from all over the place to fight. Yeah. And they didn't get shit for it.
No.
Until
after the fact, then we gave them a bunch of shit.
Well, yeah, and then you set up the next World War, which, again, the U.S. military was segregated. You had the Red Tails and the Tuskegee Airmen who had to fucking literally fight to be able to fight. And you had black veterans that returned home to the South in uniform who were lynched.
Unbelievable.
And you have now you have no participation by black people in the military. They don't want to join because we were starting to get somewhere in life. Now those people that joined before they had a fucking thing were joining to fucking give us something. They give us something, and now these motherfuckers want to take it away again. And blacks are like, all right, then go ahead, make it an all-white military. You guys go fucking die in World War III. Fuck you. We have talent. We're smart. We'll fucking find a workaround. We will survive this. If Pete Hegseth wants a fucking all-white fucking superior warrior, all-male military that fucking drinks fucking vodka and eats lard, go for it, motherfucker. I mean, it's all you, bitches, because we ain't fucking doing that shit. We fucking earned these fucking civil rights, and now you just want to fucking piss them away with mass firings, which everybody knows the federal government outpaces everybody when it hires people of color and fucking women. So this is a fucking war on color too, as well as a class war. And it's fucking disgusting because it's being done by not even the smartest of these fucking people. It's being done by the lowliest, most average beta motherfuckers you could imagine.
Who are themselves DEI hires, reverse DEI.
Fuck, you can't find one of them that didn't fucking allegedly pediddle a kid or drink a fifth of fucking vodka every fucking day or, kill fucking rabbits in their fucking off hours of the fucking night and dissect them and vivisect. I mean, dude, they're just a lot of disgusting human beings, It's just You got the worst of the fucking bunch. You didn't even get a good bunch of motherfuckers telling you white is right. You got a bunch of fucking short yellow bus motherfuckers telling you this shit. And it's
Well, that's the thing,
disaster.
dude. When these recruiting numbers drop, as they will, and they have, you're going to see them go back to what they did in Vietnam, where they waived the IQ requirement. They drafted a bunch of low IQ people, and the majority of them died because literally, dude, your IQ is too low. But I think they'll very quietly go back to that. They'll waive that requirement, and you'll have like a bunch of very stupid people serving.
They'll glorify it. They'll send them all a fucking DVD of Forrest Gump and go, don't worry, you're going to be a hero.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get shot in the
Frontline
buttocks
infantry.
and then end up playing ping pong
frontline
and eat
infantry.
ice cream with Lieutenant Dan. Don't worry. It's a smart white guy that loses his legs. You just get shot in the buttocks.
Yeah, and you know, the truth is, whatever is left of you is coming home in a box.
Well, we saw what happened to Bubba, right?
Yeah, very true. Well, and again, it just comes down to money for these guys. It's not even some kind of principle other than making more money and making more people suffer to get that money. It's just, it's not a, it's you talked about analog again, growing up and how digital is just fucking shit up. It just gives you more expansion into ripping people off and better ways to do it. In the old days, you had to rip somebody off face to face. You had to be a pretty good con man to make that happen. Now, shit.
Bill knows all about that. Who'd you give all your money to, Rob, for charity?
PJ Hogan.
PJ.
Maryland State Rep, PJ Hogan, Republican.
Oh, don't worry, Bill. I'll take that off your hands. I'll make sure it gets.
Yeah, my church will get this here quicker.
Oh, dude, I got stories like I should tell you about the fucking time Keith Simpson and I got fucking ripped off on buying a pair of fucking piece of shit speakers outside of Bally's. We were just going to work out and play racquetball. We're working for the Dolphins, and some guy pulls up in a van and sells us on buying these fucking like $500 sets of speakers. We each bought them. They didn't have rocks in the bottom of them, but they started buzzing after about a fucking month. We got taken hard. So, dude, we've all fucking been there. I
got taken for a car stereo one time.
You sure did.
I drove the dude to the ATM.
Oh.
He's like, I just got to go get it. Drive me here. He drove me into Homewood, which was not a good neighborhood. Wait right here. I'll be back. I'll leave my notebook here so you know I'm coming back. I'm sitting there waiting 5, 10, 15 minutes go by. I look at the notebook. There's nothing in there. I go up. I knock on the door. Some dog starts barking. I knock again. This old black dude comes to the door. He's like, "What the fuck do you want?" I'm like, is Dave here? He's like, "I know Dave here. Get the fuck out of here." Okay.
Again, that's what I love. At least that's what I love about what Rob just said. At least in the Gen X heyday, they had to do that shit to you in person, dude. There was no Nigerian sending you a fucking email. They had to fucking
the general
to con you in person. I'll tell you about the time my last high school party where I went to buy the keg with my fake ID, and we ended up fucking getting fucking 3 dudes that played 3-card money showing up at the high school party and taking every rich one of my suburban rich white Catholic friends to there was almost a fucking riot by the end of the fucking party. They cleaned them out playing 3-card money, dude. It was like in a fucking movie. I mean, the party was great, and then all the white boys got super fucking pissed. They lost all their cash. Cops showed up.
Oh my God.
3-card money people snuck out of there, got the fuck out of there with all the white boys' cash. And I was stuck there with a half-empty keg, so which I think we drank the next couple days. But anyway,
I'm sure it got finished off.
Dude, we all got fucking. But you had to get ripped. At least in 3-card money, you get ripped off in person. At least you're doing it to yourself. At least I'm gonna win. You're doing it to yourself. This shit they're doing to you, Elon's doing to you digitally. You're not even gonna see it coming. We already pay so many little micro taxes. I mean, from the toll roads. Try to drive through Pennsylvania sometime.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean, it's dude. It didn't used to fucking be like that 10, 15.
And that road sucks. That turnpike is in terrible shape.
It's just they're already taxing us to death. They're already getting us like this, Rob. They're already getting us digitally like this, and we don't even notice it.
Do you ever get those texts? You ever get those texts from the speed pass or whatever telling you that you owe money and you need to pay now?
It's usually from an individual state. Like mine kept coming from Massachusetts, which I wasn't in.
Yeah, mine keep coming from California because I have a 619 area code. Which,
Okay.
yeah,
I have Easy Pass now. I can drive through all those states. Just drive through the Easy Pass, and it's much easier.
They don't even use the little thing anymore because we have it for the Chicago trips, and it's off the license plate now.
That's awesome.
So the
or you get
transponder
like you'll get like the emails, and it'll be like, and they're pretty good at spoofing like the
or
website. It'll
text,
be
right? Or a text.
Well, he's talking
Yeah.
about you're talking about someone trying to con you, right? Do you get the con one? You get the fucking con.
You get like
one?
the email to be like, this is Apple. We've noticed, there was a charge for $300 and we need to confirm your information. But you look at the email return address and it's like, Joe Blow at fucking Hotmail. Like, nice try,
Exactly.
but
Pete Hegseth at helpmewithmydrinkingproblem.com.
Yeah, drink more, Pete.
That's how he makes his booze money.
Pete Hegseth is probably drunk right now.
And I didn't appreciate, he went down to Gitmo and he was talking to Laura Ingraham, and they were saying, I've seen letters from people that are down there that are being held. Some guy tried to sharpen a plastic bottle to cut his wrists. Another guy tried to hang himself, but the desk was too light. They're not in a good situation down there. And of course, Hegseth is saying, oh, it's like a great thing. They're checked on 2 hours in the yard. They have anything they want. And she said, well, the ACL is a little bit concerned. And he said, that's the ACL's bullshit.
ACLU,
I'm sorry. And I really don't want to hear my Secretary of Defense blasting an organization that supports civil liberties, for one. And for two, give me the truth. That is not a paradise down there.
It's not a country club, man. It's like what fucking postcards from Dachau. Hey, it's great here.
I mean, that's right up there with the email that says, hey, I lost my wallet. I'm overseas. Can you help me out, Uncle Bill?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, that's just fucked up. Dude, did I ever tell you that story? I think I did. When we were in Tampa, I think it was a preseason game, and the Tanga Lounge was right across the road from the team hotel.
You literally had to walk across a guardrail in the highway to get there.
Yeah, and we did. But they had their VIP room was just a big open room with chairs around it. Remember, it's like a big circle, so I could sit there with a girl on my lap, and I see Billy Freilich with two girls on his.
Or Jimmy Hay.
Jimmy Hay, allegedly.
It could be anybody. Yeah, those were the days, man.
But so there was this one dancer, and you paid in advance. It was like, I don't know, like $50 for 10 dances, whatever, or 5 dances. And she did one. And she's like, hey, my shift is almost over. Wait 10 minutes and then meet me in the back. Okay. So, I paid $50. I got one dance. She sneaks out. I wait 5-10 minutes. I'm all excited. We're going to, I go out. She's fucking long gone. Dude, that's a face-to-face scam.
You did it in person, Billy.
Exactly. Yes. Hey, good on you. I'm a fucking dummy. I fell for it.
Yeah, dude. I would get way more about a digital theft than just getting taken in person for my own fucking stupidity.
For sure.
So
I mean, Uncle Bill driving in Homewood could have been knifed, but we didn't handle things that way back then. It was more about getting it over on you, taking what I want, and moving on.
Dude, my wife once drove from Columbus, Ohio to Bowling Green, Ohio, because she gathered a bunch of money together, and they trusted her enough to go buy the quarter of weed in Bowling Green from the drug dealer.
How far was that?
All the way to fucking some stranger's house in Bowling Green, and he opened up a fucking freezer full of just fucking colas and buds and shit. All this for a quarter ounce. I don't even know what Bowling Green to Columbus is. And she came back, and Melissa was in charge of like doling it out to the 5 people that had all contributed or something, so she could do it evenly and shit. And they said that little quarter of shit still lasted them a month, because back in the day we conserved our fucking weed. But yeah, dude, we just she could have gotten taken, she could have gotten knifed, anything could have fucking happened. They could have just taken her fucking money, stolen her car. But back in the day, Gen X, man, you took that risk, and if you got fucking taken, you got taken. If it was a good deal, God bless.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of learned from it. I think you need those experiences where they don't become catastrophic to kind of build your character as to not being that guy that gets taken advantage of.
Yeah, and, you end up with a funny story.
Meanwhile, today, my mother is literally following everyone around on that fucking Life 360 fucking app.
Yeah.
Bitching about how fast her daughter-in-law is driving or
Oh
something.
my God.
and me and my brother are like, fuck no, I'm not joining that fucking app. My fucking life is my fucking hell no, you can't fucking have you can't follow me the fucking. So me and my brother, everybody, all the girls are like, yeah, you can follow me around. She follows Matt, my nephew, around. She follows Cher.
Yeah.
She knows how fast they're fucking driving. She got nothing to do. MSNBC, Rachel Maddow waiting for Rachel. Let's see how fast Amy's driving right now. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Fucking insane. That's not how we grew up, man. It's crazy how you could just,
Yeah. Nobody knew where we were.
I mean, it's crazy because you're absolutely right. And then at the end of the week, your mom will get a driving report for that person to see
100%.
how many
How
hard
she
breaks, how many
hard she
speed.
breaks. 100%. She talks about it all the time. I'm like, that's insane. I would never give you that fucking information. No fucking way. That's crazy.
That is unbelievable.
When we borrowed the car, our mom didn't know where the car was.
And it was in good hands, let's be honest.
What kind of car do you guys get to share?
That Monza.
Monza?
Monza. Oh, yeah. And then that one time I mouthed off to the wrong dude and they put sugar in the gas tank. Remember that? That was fun.
It was never the same.
Never the same. And I should have kept my mouth shut. I don't know what the fuck I was mouthing off about.
Oh, Bill, when you get fucking pumped up, you fucking talk. Dude, I've never seen anybody. You're not as patient as me, but I'm a large man and they just want to throw my black ass in prison. But when you fucking flip your switch, dude, you get as fucking mad as I get, which is shocking because you're not a fucking large man. But
I am not.
You get as fucking mad as I get. And I'm thinking to myself, but I'm me. Bill's fucking, dude, I worry about your safety sometimes because when you get fucking mad, it's like, you can't turn that shit off. You're incapable of turning that off once you fucking flip.
I've chilled out quite a bit though.
That's cool. Well, you're a boomer. Yeah. I get it. You're old.
Oh, jeez.
Not a boomer.
Not a boomer. You need a t-shirt. You need a t-shirt. Not a boomer. Anyway, no, I get it.
I look like a boomer.
But yeah, and I've never seen Rob have that sort of. Rob has always been fatherly and just, I would have liked Rob as a brother. Okay, I probably wouldn't have done mean shit to him, shot him with a BB gun and shit.
Dude, Rob, I'll tell you this, man. When we were young, Rob was the master at the fucking finger hole. He would get you and he would twist your fingers and put you in these weird holes that fucking hurt.
Youngers have to fucking protect themselves.
Uncle Bill be like, I'm gonna have arthritis when I'm old.
Yeah, and now I do. So thank you very much.
No, my wife's go-to was kicking her brother Bob right in the fucking nuts and screaming as loud as she could. And her mother would always say like the same thing, like, dude, he's not gonna be able to have fucking kids. But that's the only thing she can fucking do. Her brother's fucking much, much larger. My wife's a tiny little woman. That's all she could do. Kick him in the balls as hard as she could and scream. Because he was a mean older brother, too. I mean, there was Gen Xers. I don't think, Bill, you were okay. But again, you said Rob was cooler than you, so you didn't have a choice.
But Uncle Bill, come on. In all honesty, he'd pin me down and then he'd do the old spit trick where like, oh, the loogie's hanging over you. And like,
Yeah, but once he found out you were cool by what, age 10? He was like, he just wanted to hang with you probably. I didn't want to hang with my brother until we were in our 30s.
Probably like after high school, right? Like yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And 4 years difference is a big difference. I came into high school.
You're not in high school together.
Leaving high school, so we were never there together.
Yeah.
No, right. Yeah, me either. Except my brother's freshman year of college. I was a fifth-year senior. That was the only time we were ever on the same team.
And Jason was busy.
Running from dorm to dorm, trying to do what Elon Musk said, populate the world.
Yeah, but Jason didn't need a turkey baster.
No, he didn't. No. He's like a home visit doctor, like black bag,
making house calls.
His candle scented wax, his leather jacket. I have no idea what he does. I swear to God, other than seeing him at practice, because I didn't do chow hall, other than seeing him at fucking practice, or the off-season workouts, I never saw my brother in Ames. I never saw him. Never saw him at a party. Never saw him. He wasn't old enough to go to the bars. And I was always working anyway, dude. I had to work at a fucking strip bar at BJ's Lucky Lady. Just to fucking make ends meet, dude. I mean, they weren't paying NCAA players. We didn't have any fucking NILs. I had fucking, I had BJ's. That's what I had. So.
Dude, it's crazy. Some of these NIL guys, I mean, they're making a career out of it. They're coming out with millions of dollars. They'll go from school to school and get paid. And then, like, I don't get drafted. I don't care. I got a nice little nest egg to start with. And good on them.
People are making money off of them. So
Seriously, dude, good on them.
I wish,
Sure. Then you don't have to ask people to eat fat as positive.
Well, and like how many of these dudes went through college and got on the radar, went to the combine, did well, and then you get into training camp and you blow out your knee the first day.
Oh,
right. Shannon Brown,
our number one pick with the Falcons, had that happen.
Well, Rose just mentioned. I mean, we spent so much fucking time with him because I was injured at the same time, Rose. So, yeah.
That poor guy was not prepared to hang.
I was standing right next to Robbie Toback when it happened. Shannon Brown was one-on-one pass rush, did a fucking spin move, and boom, pop. Terrible. And then went down. I mean, just the first couple weeks of camp, dude. It was
first week, I think.
It was the first week. It might have been the first padded practice. I don't know.
You know what? I think it was.
And
he was from Alabama.
Super quick, super strong, good dude.
Really? Yeah, he would have been good.
Spending weeks with him rehabbing, and I mean, I was on a lot of medication, so I barely remember any of it because I have never taken so many fucking Vicodin in my life. Then that period of time when I had back surgery and I was out. I mean, it was just nothing but fucking opioids and fucking booze.
We had a fun training camp because I took you with me running some of my errands.
Yeah, that was kind of cool, man. Just I had to do treatment, and then I could just shadow Bill and just fucking be high riding in his van. It was fucking fantastic. Those were the days, dude, man. It was crazy back then.
Oh, dude, it was. Do you remember the time? You weren't there, but I think I told you about this. I had to. The rookie camp had just ended. It was like a Sunday morning, and I had to take all the rookies back to the airport. And I picked them up at the Falcon Inn. I had the van. It was a white van. And I locked the keys in the van. And Greer Todd, the hotel guy, did not have an extra key. And these guys all had flights. They had to get out. So I had to break the window.
Oh my gosh.
On the driver's side, get in. These guys are all laughing. I feel like an idiot. I drive all the way down to the airport, drop them off. And as I'm coming back, of course, it starts just raining buckets.
Oh, fuck, dude.
That was a good 40-minute ride from Hartsfield back to Sewanee.
It's an hour and a half if you stop at the Pink Pony.
I was too wet to stop.
I'm with you.
And probably hungover because it was a very early morning, as I recall. But yeah, just.
You were better at adapting then.
Now you can just fucking look at your fucking phone app and fucking unlock your doors. It's a lot different. It's a lot different world, dude. I mean,
it was an analog world.
Gas was a nightmare back in the day. Fucking locking your keys in the car was a fucking nightmare. I mean, with no cell phone.
Breaking that window was a nightmare. That was hard.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, how did you break it? Did you put a piece of cloth over and hit it with something, or?
Yeah, I think I ended up wrapping a towel around a hammer.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah.
Blew it out. Well, you got the job done.
Player service.
Player service, baby. We should write a movie called Player Service. That'd be a great fucking movie, dude.
We got some stories, that's for sure.
Yes, we do. We'll make all the characters fictional except for the ones I don't like.
And everything will be allegedly.
Yeah, of course. Well, they're going to be fictional names, so obviously it's going to be allegedly.
All allegedly.
Nah, I don't know who's Jill Krilichek. Yeah, I know. I'm with you. Anyway, what's Rob doing? He's looking at something. What do you want to talk about, Rob?
Well, I wanted to get to the happy ending, so I thought we would share something positive at the end of this fine day. So I don't know if you have anything. I can obviously start. There was a horse up in Saratoga Springs that fell through the ice. It was pretty dramatic. We'll get that horse up there.
Oh, wow.
The amazing part was that they were literally able to get him out. I mean, I don't know how much time you have in that kind of water. I wouldn't think it'd be a whole lot. But they were able to get this.
Not a horse. You're not a horse. A horse has a little longer in cold water than you do, I'm sure, dude.
Is that right? Based on size?
Giant fucking hearts, man.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, it was pretty impressive. you know, I find animals to be a lot more kind and giving than some people. So to see something, a major giant creature like this, I do think, you know, as we saw Donnie with the elephant tail, anytime I can see something positive with wildlife, it's a happy ending for me. So
Yeah, and for the horse.
Congratulations, horse.
well done, horsey.
Why the long face, bub?
Anybody else have a happy ending today?
Gene,
Sure.
what do you got?
Real quick, my brother had to take a flight out, and his wife couldn't take him real super early this morning. And so he called me, but since I always put do not disturb on my phone call, I missed the call, and his daughter had to take him, who just flew into town last night. So my happy ending is I got to sleep in. Fuck yeah. Sorry, Jason.
Nice.
Sorry, Jay. I missed the call. But yeah, I have a habit of never bringing my phone to my room. I literally leave it on a different floor when I'm at home, and I'm heading back soon. So I'm getting ready to head back today, actually.
They say it's a really positive thing to do what you do. If it's next to you, some people sleep with it right next to them. I don't know if it's a radiation issue, if you're getting zapped on every update, but you know, sleep is important. So to be able to distance yourself from your phone, props to you. Because
I already get up fucking 7 times a night with a fucking enlarged prostate to take a piss.
That's the worst. I hate that.
So yeah, I'm just saying, if you can get your fucking phone out of your room or turn the do not disturb off, I'm sure some of you can't because you have fucking jobs that require your attention. But if you can, turn it off, man. It's not good for you. That shit. Just go back to analog if you can. Put that shit away.
I keep meaning to just get like a little travel alarm to use.
Yeah, because my phone is my alarm, so that's part of the problem.
Mm-hmm. Dude, and you know, if the power goes out here, I don't even know what time it is if my phone's not charged, right? Because the clock on the stove and the microwave isn't coming on, and I don't know what time it is.
That could be.
Well, Bill, you quit Amazon, so Rob, send him a fucking clock.
I really should. I'll give you the one that Cole doesn't use in his room.
Okay.
When my kid was little, Max, he would not wake up to a fucking alarm. He would not wake up, so we ended up getting an alarm that you fucking put a fucking little pad under the bed, and it vibrated the bed and made crazy fucking noises and shit. I just went insane for like 3 years. That was the only way to wake that kid up.
Oh wow.
He would not wake up on a regular alarm. He slept very fucking heavy.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm a light sleeper. I didn't even use an alarm when I played. I just got up. I just get up at a certain fucking time and I'm up.
Dude, that year we lived together, you were no matter how late we were out, you were always up early.
Yeah, I just get up. I don't know what the fuck it is. I just know I got shit to do. So one of those weird fucking things that I got inherited from my mom. So
internal clock. It's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Billy, what do you got on your happy ending?
Let's see. I got a tax bill late last week from the city of St. Louis for the 2 tax years I lived in the city, and I did not realize, and neither did TurboTax, that you're liable for city taxes. So they sent me a bill, and it was pretty large with penalties and interest. So I called them up a few days ago and talked to them, and was able to show that it wasn't the 2 full years that I was in the city, and I got it down to about half. So nice. I'm going to chalk that up as a win.
That is a win. Well done. Anytime the tax man goes easy on you, you're doing something right.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I still have to pay something, but it's half of what they were demanding. So yeah, I'm gonna take it.
I like it.
Nice, dude. Go give yourself a happy ending with the nut later. Complete the circle, bro. Complete
the circle of life and happy endings.
All right. Well, I'm traveling today. Safe travels to anybody that's traveling this weekend. And we'll do this again Tuesday, right?
Yeah. We will be. Yes, the plan is for Tuesday. So, Gene, I know you're traveling. Sunshine. So.
All right. Fair enough.
Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Get home safe.
I will. Keep in touch. I'll be on the road. Just shoot me a text anytime you guys get bored, because I'm just to Mexico.
I'll do it.
So I get out of range, and then I'll be listening to classic rock in Iowa.
And outlaw country.
And then when I get to Indiana, I'll just be scrolling channels to get any fucking song that I like. I'm sorry, Illinois. Illinois, for some reason, I cannot get a station I want to stick to. It's just,
you have Sirius?
fuck no, dude. Do I look? I've been retired for a long time. Rob, as my financial advisor, said it's not worth the money.
Oh, dude, it's worth it. And if you cancel and tell them that you can't afford it, they'll like cut you down to like $100 a year.
It is expensive though, if not, for sure.
Oh yeah, well they'll send you the bill for like $350.
What?
Cancel it.
Do you really fucking order? Do you really have Sirius and then literally just put that shit on one station? Is that how you?
No. I flip around a bit, but it beats listening to the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, the radio is it's different. It's no good anymore.
Well, for the record, Sirius still has playlists. So if you are listening to the same station,
They do, yeah.
same songs.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Well, because I had read somewhere that after the age of 32, your music horizon's really narrow. You listen to the same shit. So I started broadening it. So I started listening to like, the alternative station, Sirius, the college station.
Nice.
Still the playlist. You hear the same songs. I did hear, what's her face? Is it Loretta Young, or what was her name that you were listening to, Gene?
Lola Young.
Lola Young, yeah.
Yeah,
she pops
sure.
up.
Yeah, I like her.
So.
She's good. She's gonna be. I like Lola Young, Sophie Hunter. I've been listening to a lot of different shit. Doechii, like I told you. Whatever. The chain smokers, whatever.
So the word is to expand your horizons, people. Listen to some new music.
How are you going to talk to someone that's not in your generation unless you fucking know what they listen to or know what they watch or know what they're. I mean, you just can't. You can't just. And boomers have a really bad habit of this, of just like telling you like it is, like it was their time, and it's like, dude, it's not like that anymore. This is not how this shit fucking works.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think Gen X should do that. I think Gen X should just fucking listen and, just find some. I've always found fucking shit I like from young people.
Absolutely.
Just sometimes I feel a little awkward listening to it in fucking public or something. I'm so fucking cool.
Team Bob Gene.
I'm sitting there and I'm too messy and I'm too fucking clean. It's like, dude, you're 70. What are you doing singing Lola? I mean, so, be careful. Be careful with that. So
yeah,
I'm just saying. In my car when I'm alone, it doesn't fucking matter. But be careful in public, Bill.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, fellas.
Be that guy.
Let's roll this up in a couple days again. Let's do this again.
Sounds good.
So always good therapy for me. I appreciate it.
All right, safe travels.
Talk to you guys later. Have a good weekend.
All right,
Show.
See you, fellas.